Humanity has to be put through a variety of trials in order to join the galactic community. These trials seem impossible to the aliens because they are meant to be impossible in order to maintain an elite group. To humanity, this is doable. All due respect, Senator, but are you shitting me? We passed the tests you set out for us. We conquered faster-than-light travel. We united under a single voice for representation in the Galactic Senate. We cured half a dozen causes of death, and we made a real AI. Now you're telling me there's more? Devin Galeria, the human representative to the Galactic Senate, was rapidly nearing the edge of his considerable patience. He'd been away from Earth for over 5 years, trying to break into the most exclusive club in all of known space, not just for his own benefit, but for the benefit of every human. Derek, the senator tasked with overseeing Earth's membership application, stood in front of Devin and half-shrugged the upper third of its gelatinous body. Devin had never really figured out all the new body languages and tells, but he was becoming accustomed to Derek's mannerisms. Yes, there has been some discussion amongst the membership committee. You must understand that Earth is progressing far faster than any other applicant in history. There are worlds who have had open applications for over 200 of your years. My own world took nearly 60 Earth years, and we were what you would call a shoo-in. Those tasks were supposed to take at least a generation. You completed them too quickly. The committee is worried that allowing you full membership now would be disastrous for both us and you. Thus, the additional testing. Devin stared at Derek's eye stalks. If the senator had been human, Devin was sure he could have found some hidden meaning or divined an ulterior motive in his opponent. As it was, Devin was forced to take the senator's words at face value. "Fine," Devin said after a pause. "What are your damn tests?" "First, science. You must demonstrate a critical grasp of stellar engineering at a minimum of Class 3. I'll have my assistant send over the technical documents that explain precisely what we'll be measuring." Devin nodded. "Second, xenorelations. The Gisk are a species that have been at war with the Galactic Senate for hundreds of Earth years. You must stop the bloodshed. They have never applied for Senate membership and consider the Senate a tool of the weak to oppress the strong. They treasure warfare as the highest and most noble calling. I do not envy you this task." Devin nodded. "Third, and finally art. You must create a unique and meaningful display. I warn you that this will not be easy. Many of the races in the Senate are quite ancient and long-lived by human standards. To devise a work which is new even to them will be a formidable task." Devin nodded. "Do you have any questions?" Derek asked. "Any other rules or constraints, time limits, things like that?" "A few details, nothing of importance. My assistant will send over the formal documents if you are willing to accept the challenge. And if I'm not, then, at best, Earth's application will be sent for review for at least an Earth century." 6 months later, Devin hosted a formal reception aboard the USS Agamemnon. Derek was there, as were a dozen of the most important senators from the membership committee. They stood in front of a giant display window, 10 meters high, looking out into the vastness of space. Drinks and hors d'oeuvres were served, and the entire company had a wonderful time mingling. "Ladies and gentlemen," Devin said from the small stage set up in front of the giant window. The room hushed, and the lights lowered. A small spotlight shined down on Devin as he spoke. 6 months ago, my good friend Senator Derek brought to me news of a new set of tests from the Galactic Senate Membership Committee. I'll admit, at first I was a little put off by the request, especially considering we had just completed the first set of tests. Then I realized what a truly wonderful opportunity the committee had delivered to us. Devin stepped to the side of the windows. They had laid out 3 tasks: stellar engineering, ending the war with the Gisk, and create a truly unique work of art. I realized that this was a golden opportunity for us to show what humanity could really do. I've invited you all here today to accomplish all 3 goals in a single sweep. Devin checked his watch and then said, Now. The inky blackness of space flared outside the window. Dozens of stars exploded into brilliant displays of light. What you are watching is a display of multiple stars being violently forced off the main sequence and into a nova state. We had to install a few artificial wormholes to get the light to show up here at the same time. Now, those aren't just any stars. Every one of those flashes of light houses a Gisk planet, including their home world. The survivors, assuming there are any, will be no trouble to wipe out. Finally, you'll notice the pattern, a 5-fingered human hand with only the middle finger raised. I'm sure your cultural catalogs can explain that to you. Drick stared at the window in horror. You killed them all? You blew up all those suns, wiped out an entire spacefaring civilization, and flipped the bird, as you call it, all at once? Devon bit back a smile that he knew would come out more as a leer. Yes, we did. I told you. This test was a golden opportunity to show you what humanity is really made of. I hope you all give this display all due consideration when next you vote on our membership. The room was silent. Each alien senator turned and looked around them, only then noticing they were surrounded by humans, and only then truly seeing them for the first time.